Hello everybody, what's up? Captain Turbo here, and boys and girls, welcome to the 10th anniversary retrospective. Holy crap, I'm getting old. Okay, boys and girls, if you're wondering what this is, first of all I need to apologize. I am a little bit chesty. If I do start coughing, or if I sound a bit phlegmy, I do apologize. I can't really do anything about that. But if you're wondering what this is, usually for these retrospective, I do them every year. I'll talk about what's happened the previous 12 months. I'll talk about what's going to be happening over the course of the next 12 months as well on the channel. Talk about some of the Let's Plays that's happened, and obviously give you a spoiler of what's going to be occurring over the course of the next 12 months as well. But considering this is also my 10th anniversary, I decided I am going to tell the origin, I guess, of my channel. I have told it before. I think the last time I did tell it was like my 5th or my 6th year anniversary retrospective, and then I promised I wouldn't do it again till my 10th. And considering this is now my 10th, I'm going to tell it tonight. So what's going to happen here, guys, is there's going to be sections to this entire video. I'm going to just quickly go over what's been happening personally over the course of the last year. Then I'll probably talk about the retrospective of the Enchanted channel. Then we'll move on to the previous 12 months in terms of videos and stuff, and then we'll do the next 12 months, and then we'll wrap up after that. I'll put this into sections. I'll either put like timestamps in the YouTube video itself. I'll put it in the descriptions or something, so you don't have to watch every section if you don't want to. As for, actually, we'll talk about the origin of the channel first, since obviously that's 10 years is a long time, and I probably should talk about it a little bit. But also, sorry guys, you're probably gonna hear me click here and there. I can't help it. The microphone is right bang next to the mouse due to my setup, so it's kind of in the way, but it is what it is. So I started the channel 10 years ago. Not to this day, but today, 10 years ago, was the first video that went live, which was Sonic 1. But ironically enough, this wasn't the first channel I've ever had. I've obviously had channels before where I was subscribed to people. I once uploaded, like in the late 2000s, I uploaded a couple of Maze prank, if you remember those reaction videos. My mom, me, and my cousin Haley. My mom doesn't like her face on the internet, though. She won't have like people posting pictures of her on Facebook and all that, so that got taken down. But that original channel was basically just to be subscribed to people. But then I actually had a second channel, and this was my original Let's Play channel. I went under the label of Turbo 120, spelled out in spelled out in letters, not in numbers. And I did almost the exact same Let's Plays that I did from my channel here. I started with Sonic 1, then I did Sonic 2, Alex Kidd, Asterix. I don't remember if I did Mighty Morphin Power Rangers fighting game, but I know I do remember I also started a Pokemon Let's Play as well. But if I recall, I don't remember exactly when the channel started. I think it started Halloween. Maybe a little bit earlier, like October. I can't remember the exact starting date. It was late into the year. It was definitely the final quarter of the year I started the original channel. And originally it was going to be one video per day, because back then I needed something to, stand out a little bit more. Obviously my skill as a Let's Player is minimal at best. I do this because I enjoy doing it, but I knew back then that I'd have to do something to stand out a little bit more, and I did a video per day. Obviously I recorded in bulk, because I always do. I don't like recording just one video if I need it. But the problem is, I was very new to the editing process. I'd never really edited videos and stuff all the time, very much at all. I don't even think I had at that point. And it got really bad. In fact, I can even tell you how bad it was. One of the first Let's Plays, which was the Alex Kidd one, at one point the audio and the video was so desynced. I was talking about something that was happening on a completely different stage, and I just still to this day I do not understand how I managed to fuck up the audio so badly that. But on top of the audio just being absolute horseshit, the burnout happened really quick. Like nowadays I have years worth of backlog and stuff. Back then I had maybe a couple weeks, and I think by January of the next year, so you're talking January 2012, I gave up. Because I think I started, like I said, late 2010. Late 2011. I stopped in early 2012, like really early 2012. I wasn't even doing this 4 months, and I gave up. It was just too much. You know, I felt my videos were shit. My commentary was terrible, which is something I've just learned to, you know, cope with at this point. My editing skills were non-existent. Thankfully nowadays they're a little bit better. Not fantastic, but they're better. And I just had complete burnout having to do this constantly. And it just got to me, you know, and at the end of the day, it just wasn't fun. Obviously, the reason I got into Let's Playing anyway was because I'd watch a bunch of like YouTubers, or YouTube groups actually. I watched Brain Scratch commentaries, and then I also through them found Hellfire commentaries. You probably know the guy, Some Call Me Johnny. He's mainly the main reason I started watching Let's Plays and stuff. And then SGB and all that good stuff. But I hadn't really seen a solo solo Let's Player. You know, I'd seen a few people like PewDiePie, Markiplier, and all that. I didn't really like that approach to Let's Playing. You know, they were all in your face, screaming, doing horror games and all that, webcams. It wasn't my thing, so I didn't really think solo Let's Plays could be done. Until I watched Necroscope86. Necroscope unfortunately doesn't do Let's Plays anymore. Somebody has, and unfortunately did delete his channel, but thankfully a fan base came together to create a archival channel, with his blessing, I should point out. So anybody that has Let's Plays or stuff of his that they don't mind sharing, you know, you can go still watch many of his Let's Plays that he made. But yeah, his Let's Plays, you know, I found enjoyable. He absolutely demolished games, but that was mainly just due to his usage, let's say, of save states and stuff during Let's Plays as well, which is something I hate doing. Thankfully, I don't do that anymore. But I really enjoyed his videos back then. To be fair, I still do occasionally go back and watch a couple. And I really enjoyed his stuff, so I ended up testing it out, and that's how I did the original channel. But as I said, it did not go well, and I thought, I can't do this. And you know, 2012 rolled around, and I was starting to get really depressed. I practically had no friends. The only interaction I had outside my parents at the time was I ran a lot of wrestling stuff on the wrestling forum, and I had one friend from Brazil, and she and I just used to like to discuss fan fiction, most specifically our hatred of Ron Weasley. The Ron Weasley character, anyway. And to be fair, we did talk, like, we'd message each other like once a day for like a couple, like for nearly a year actually. But unfortunately, that friendship fizzled out. But that's neither here nor there. But I was getting pretty lonely, I guess you could say, and I wanted to find a community. So I believe it was around early 2013. I decided to attempt to maybe find some friends online who like to do the same things I do, and I figured a good way to do that would be to restart Let's Playing. Obviously, I said early, but it was more like mid-2013 at this point, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna just go ahead and do it. And in the summer of 2013, I created a brand new YouTube channel, which is my current channel, Captain Turbo, and from there, I decided I was going to make the 11th of November my channel's, like, coming out party, I guess you could say. It's a nice preview. It's Genesis, or whatever you want to call it. And there was a couple of reasons I did this. One, 11/11 is easy to remember. It's also my parents' wedding anniversary date. And it was also give me 3 months to put together some backlog. And that's what I did from early August up until November. I created the backlog of all the games I'd already done on the previous channel, which were no longer there. Unfortunately, I lost the original channel scrap. I wish I'd kept it just for archival sakes, but it's no longer there. It's lost into the internet ether. But yeah, I spent 3 months recording Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Alex Kidd, My Morphin Power Rangers fighting game, Asterix, and again, Pokemon. And if I'm not mistaken, I'd also begin to attempt to record Mass Effect, actually. But I'll talk about that again in a moment. But yeah, 2013 was a good year because at that point I decided, okay, I can't do one video a day. I'll do 3 videos a week. I'll do Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and that way I'm not cutting straight in. I'm not like just digging straight into the backlog and killing it straight away, and I've got time to take a break here and there if I don't really fancy recording shit for the channel. Thankfully, it didn't take me long to find a group of people, though. I recently seen the Battletoads race. I think it was the Runaway guys did, or at least some of the Runaway guys. And I thought, you know what, I'll see if I can find any race channels, and then through that I found the Super LP Heroes, which I'm still a member of to this day. In fact, I've got a race coming up this weekend. Obviously, by the time you guys watch this video, the race will have already be partially up. And obviously I've made friends with a lot of people since then, and God, I've known those guys at this point close to 10 years as well. Gold, Paris, Dine, I've known Mark and Thunder almost 10 years as well. You know, I've known these guys a long time now. And unfortunately, just because obviously the way I am at the moment and my illnesses and stuff, I'm not always around to see them. But whenever I am, I'm always happy to speak to them. I'm always pleased to hear their voices and know they're doing well. But yeah, it's the reason I originally started doing Let's Playing was to maybe find some kind of community. And I did do that. Nowadays, I'm a lot more... I wouldn't... I'm going to tell a story here, and it's a little bit gross, but it needs to be told. I suffered massively from anxiety. The first night of the first race, when we did Super Mario Bros. 3 for that channel, I remember it was January, I think January 9th, 2014. I had that race come up. I was terrified of speaking to him because I have terrible social anxiety. I had stomach pains up the wazoo, and I had terrible diarrhea. Not a joke. I literally spent about half an hour on the toilet because I was so... probably longer than that. I spent so long on the toilet with terrible pains and diarrhea and stuff just because I was so anxious about meeting new people. And nowadays it doesn't bother me nearly as much. I stream, I'm happy to talk to randos in the chat and stuff. You know, it's one of those things where, you know, I'm really grateful for it. And Let's Play is the reason I started that, is because I wanted to find a community. And I found a community that I'm very, very happy in. But as for my channel, you know, I've said many times before that I love doing what I do sometimes. And sometimes I don't get as, I don't know, creatively going as I used to nowadays. But I still get a buzz from doing this. But I've never been a big channel, guys. It's always been a small channel, and I've always said if I ever get to the point I get bored doing this, I probably won't do it anymore. But here's the thing: you don't do this. I don't do this anyway for you know, making money or, you know, getting thousands upon thousands of views. Which, to be fair, I actually have got a couple of videos that's got a couple thousand views. It's mainly the Crash Bandicoot 2 race and stuff I did. But I still enjoy it. Like anyway, let's say I did those original Let's Plays. Mass Effect was on the list as well. Unfortunately, the capture card I had back then was horrendous. Like, it was terrible. I literally could not upload it. It was that bad. And to be fair, that actually went on for a while. I had I can't even remember. It wasn't a Dazzle. It was something similar along the lines of the Dazzle, but it wasn't nearly as good as a Dazzle. And for a good, I'd say 4 or 5 years, a lot of the stuff on my channel was retro stuff. Like if you go back and look at it, unless I could capture off the PC, like with Loaded or Path of Exile or something like that, all my stuff was retro stuff. And there's a reason you don't see me do as many short games nowadays, is just because I kind of burned through my old school library really early on in my channel's history. But Mass Effect got put to one side until much later. Like I think fourth or fifth year I started recording for that. Might have been fifth or sixth. I can't remember. But yeah, there's been a lot of stuff on my channel. In fact, I believe this year we've hit our 100th Let's Play. Or at least we started the 100th Let's Play as well. So that is another thing we'll talk about in a little bit as well when we actually get to the previous 12 months. But yeah, over the course of the last 10 years, there's been ups and downs on the channels. I've gone from uploading 3 times a week to, I think I did 4 times a week at one point. At one point I was uploading twice a week, and then there was one year I only did 1 video a week. That was around like the Crash Bandicoot 2 Sonic Adventure 1 Let's Play. So around my 40th Let's Play area. I can't remember the reason why I didn't have time to record. I think at that point I was low on the backlog and I wanted to take like a year to improve the backlog significantly. So that happened there. Which I actually might end up doing again, not this year, but maybe in the next couple of years. I'll probably have a smaller year, so to speak. It's been an interesting one, to say the least, the last 10 years. I wouldn't say I've lost all my passion for this, but I've definitely lost some of the drive to do it. I think because of the illness hitting me so much over the course of the last 2 to 3 years, my enjoyment of this hasn't deteriorated, but the drive to actually get up, set up, and everything to do it has definitely depleted a little bit. Because it's like I say, it's not even just, oh, I'm gonna let's play tonight or anything like that. No, you have to then set up your PC. If you're doing something on the console, you've got to set up the capture card and everything. And with my setup being what it is, I have to bring everything downstairs so I don't disturb my my folks while they're sleeping and all that stuff. Because obviously that's another thing as well. Back in the day, I used to record Let's Plays in the afternoon, like anywhere from like midday to, usually it was between 11 a.m. to about 3 to 4 p.m. It could vary a little bit. But then my mom had to basically go into early retirement, even though back then it was just supposed to be a sabbatical, just due to her health. And then my recording, actually that might have been why my recording during the SA1 Crash 2 era was lesser, because I was still getting used to recording at night, like in the dead night, like it is now. Like right now it's 10 to 2 in the morning. And it can be a bit of a problem, but it is what it is. Her health comes first over this fucking channel, believe me. But I've also experimented here and there as well. We've had, obviously, the wrestling commentaries, which don't happen nearly as often. We generally tend to do like live recordings more now, so we'll watch a pay-per-view live together while it's happening, rather than watch old shows. But to be honest, I might see if the guys are up for another video session this week, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I've done that. I've recorded some like sports, not simulations, but like wrestling, the 2K Universe stuff, and the FIFA World Cup series. Those originally started on my channel. At least the wrestling one did. I decided to create a second channel with those, Cyber Sports Center, which is still up and running. I've also had a couple other channels. We had the Press Circle the Pin podcast channel between me and Thunder, which was, again, wrestling podcast where we talk and have a run through of the shows after we did the like, say we did the Rumble, then the day after, sorry, we watched the Royal Rumble, we take notes, and then we collab on it the day after. That lasted a couple months, but that actually happened during the time period my mom had to take early retirement, so those got put on hold, and then they just kind of flopped. Other channels I did, LPA, the Let's Play Alliance, myself, and a crap ton of other people. We came together to record stuff, Let's Plays, the multiplayer stuff. That channel's still there. There's probably never ever going to be some more stuff on it, sadly. But that year and a half of it thriving, not necessarily with subscribers, but just in terms of fun. Oh my god, that was probably one of my favorite years of all time, if I'm going to be honest, in my life. I sound like an old man, but to be fair, I am getting old. But I genuinely loved that entire time. Sadly, it fizzled out, but it is what it is. You can't help it. You know, like I said, I've done so many different things on YouTube over the course of the last 10 years. You know, just picking away and seeing what I want to do and enjoying all that. It's been fun, and I don't think the fun's going to stop yet. I'll probably keep going for quite a while yet. I will say my desire to do this is still very much alive. Like I say, it's just the drive's just not quite there at the moment. But yeah, that's pretty much the story of my channel, and in a very abridged version of it anyway. I don't want to leave you guys too much longer before we move on to the next section, because we've already been going, holy shit, over 20 minutes. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at that there, guys. If I do reach 15 years, we'll probably do the retrospective on the entire history of the channel again. Thank you for listening to that part. Alright guys, if you're watching this and you decide to skip the channel's history, welcome back to the video. If you skip to this section. So what is this section going to be? I'm basically just going to talk about the previous 12 months in terms of the channel and everything as well. So why don't we get straight into that, boys and girls, unless there's anything else I'm missing that I've forgotten to talk about. Now, I suppose I could quickly talk about what's happened personally for the last 12 months. As I said, I've not been well a lot for the last 2 years. That's actually gotten worse this year, if I'm going to be honest. A lot of other stuff has happened as well. And as I was saying earlier, the drive to do this isn't quite as high as it used to be. So while I have recorded a couple things here and there, they've been very minimal. And I'm lucky I have that massive backlog I've had that will see me through for a good couple of years. So I mean, there is that to keep in mind. I'll talk about more stuff later towards the end of the video, actually. So, yeah, let's just jump straight into what's happened over the course of the last 12 months then, shall we? Alright, so this is where you're probably going to hear me clicking quite a lot, guys, because I need to look at the Let's Plays of the course of the last year. Of course, let's start off with Final Fantasy XIV, actually. We started the year with Part 209, I believe, and I'm not entirely sure. I really need to have this properly set up in the future. I keep saying that every year, but I never do. Yeah, we started off in Heavensward, I believe, at the end of the year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we'll still be at Heavensward on November the 11th. I should point this out, guys. I'm recording this early September. Alright, there's a couple months till my actual anniversary, but I need to record this in lieu so I can actually edit the thing together before November the 11th. Just a quick heads up, so I just had to find out where I was. So yeah, we're still in Heavensward by the end of the year. I will say, though, it is nice. We finally got SG back for some sessions. I won't quick spoil alert, that will continue on. We will keep seeing appearances with Sam here and there. Yeah, it's been an interesting one. I'm going to say this right now, and I do say this during the Let's Play as well. Heavensward, gonna be honest, from what I've played, the weakest DLC so far, or expansion pack, whatever you say, want to call it. It is good, but I don't think it's nearly as good as people make it out to be. But maybe that's just me. Actually, I'm just going to check here. I'm fairly certain this is Heavensward. Yes, it is. We're good. We're golden. But to be fair, at this point in time, has been quite a while since I last Let's Played, since I played through any of Heavensward, so maybe I just need to go back and play through it at some point. I'm probably going to have to at some point anyway, because, spoiler alert guys, but I do intend to play through 14 for, like, probably not achievements, but I'll probably do it for trophies or something like that. So to bear that in mind. So yeah, 14 was just as good as it usually is. I can't really complain too much about how that went, so yeah, not too bad. And hopefully guys, you'll bear with me for a second, because I've got to get back to that fucking page. What else did we do this past year? Oh, of course, Mass Effect 2 is very much still ongoing. This is going to keep going for a while, guys. Apart from 14, it is my longest Let's Play on my channel, bar none. I can't really say too much else about it. You guys know that I really enjoyed the game. I always do. Every time I play Mass Effect 2, it's been fun. And yeah, that's about it. It's been an interesting one. I'm not entirely certain at what point we're currently at in the Let's Play itself. Again, there's got to be an easier way to do this. 1 second. So I'm looking here. I believe at this point, yeah, we're still very much in the first half of the Let's Play, which is surprising, considering how much we've done. We haven't even amassed the full fucking team together yet, which is a shock. And this Let's Play has been going on a while at this point, in terms of both number of videos and how many years it's been actually active. But it is what it is. So, what else did we have this previous year? Oh, Fable 2, of course. So, Fable 2, we started off the year, I believe, in the latter half of the game, at the very least. This Let's Play, I'm still pretty happy with. I don't think it was my best Let's Play of all time, but it's definitely been a good one. Of course, the Let's Play is almost over with. We've already seen the end of the main quest line. We've also seen most of the DLC as well, like the the Knothole Isle stuff and all that good jazz. And the Let's Play isn't quite finished, but we are definitely gearing towards the end at this point. So I'll talk a little bit more about Fable 2 as we get into the next section, actually. So we'll get there when we get there. So what else did we have over the course of the last year? Oh, we of course also started off with... Oh wait, let me just see, is there anything else? Okay, these may be a little bit out of order, but I apologize for that. We also had a small Let's Play. We did Lucky Dying Capers starring Donald Duck. That is the full title, by the way. A game from my childhood. I very much enjoyed it. The Let's Play was pretty good. Nothing fantastic, nothing terrible. It was just sort of there. I did really enjoy doing it, though, for you guys. I'm surprised I left that for so long, to be fair. I genuinely thought I would... not necessarily finish it, but I did think I would get to... I don't know. I'd get to it much earlier than I actually ended up getting to it, I suppose is all I'm trying to say. It's just one of those things, I guess. But the Let's Play itself was pretty good, all things considered. I can't complain about it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Other than that, another continuation was Assassin's Creed, the first game in the Assassin's Creed franchise. I've actually really... looking back, I don't think my gameplay was the best for this Let's Play. It wasn't terrible. I've definitely done worse before. I did actually really enjoy myself playing this game, though. I always do. I know a lot of people shit on Assassin's Creed, and I get why. But I actually really did very much enjoy the Let's Play pretty much to the end. And there's not really else I really need to say about it, to be fair. If you've seen the Let's Play, if you've seen my channel at all with the Quest of Booty sessions and all that, you see how many Let's Plays and streaming sessions I have for Assassin's Creed games. I absolutely adore them, and there's not really much else I really need to say with that. If you like Assassin's Creed, maybe go check them out. If you don't like Assassin's Creed, then yeah, it's probably not going to be for you. As for the Let's Play itself, obviously we just came to, I believe the Let's Play itself, it just finished actually. I believe this is the most recent video, in fact. Part 35, also the finale, which would have been a couple days ago at the time. At the time this video goes live. So yeah, Assassin's Creed 1 is officially done. Will we be seeing Assassin's Creed 2? Of course we'll be fucking seeing Assassin's Creed 2. It's me. But I'll talk more about that when we get to the future stuff. But yeah, there you go, Assassin's Creed 2. Alright, I'm just going quickly through the videos here just to see what else we have. Okay, so we also got back to Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga at this point. This Let's Play was one that took a stupid amount of time to actually get done. I don't really know why. I think it's just one of those things where I was never really in the mood to do it, apart from when I started it. But when we did actually record anything for it, it just took me forever. I believe for this year we only actually had one session, I want to say. Not one session, sorry. One story of the entire thing. If I'm not mistaken, was it episode 2 I think we did? Let me check here. I just need to get a picture. Well, from the picture I'm looking at, it might be episode 2. I can't really tell, to be fair. It's a little difficult, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. So just bear with me for a second, guys. I know at the time I'm recording this, all 6 episodes have been done. I know there's more episodes nowadays. I actually haven't even seen any of the new movies, let alone played any of the new games. So, you know, it is what it is. I actually can't tell. One second. Yeah, so it looks like it was all episode 2 for Lego Star Wars. The Let's Play was fine, I guess. I'm not too fussed with how it went. It is what it is. Hopefully you guys do enjoy it, but it's one of those Let's Plays I'm kind of more glad is out the way more than anything. I don't think it was particularly great, but I'm at least happy it's over with, if that makes any sense. Yeah, oh well. Other than Lego Star Wars, of course, though, we do have more to talk about and more to discuss. If you'll bear with me for a brief moment again. So, what else did we end up doing this year? Just covered that one. Oh, of course, let's play Back to the Future, the Telltale video game, of course. I said with this one, the longer this one goes on, the better I feel it actually goes. Early game, I was very much trying to do everything blind, and that did not go very well. In fact, it went pretty fucking abysmal, if I'm going to be honest. As the episodes went on, though, I feel it went a little bit better. And ultimately, I'm happy with how it ended. I just wish the entire thing had been a little bit better, to be fair, but well, it is what it is. I believe at the time of the recording for this, I think we've done episodes 1, 2, and 3. Maybe I'll be honest, guys, I'm not entirely certain. I'm just looking here. Episode 3. Okay, so at this point we've done episodes 1, 2, and 3. Hope you guys have enjoyed those, by the way. Again, this is one very much like Lego Star Wars. We're not doing all the game together. We are splitting it up between years and stuff. Episode 4 I can see here is scheduled. I actually don't know where episode 5 is, which is a problem. But I don't really have a lot to say about it. It wasn't a particularly great Let's Play. I just wish it had gone a little bit better early game. Ultimately, it wasn't terrible towards the end, like I said. Especially, I mean, as in, like, episodes 3. Episode 2 and 3 was definitely better than episode 1. I can promise, though, that the future episodes will be better as we go along. Obviously, because I'm using a guide, I'm not really restricting myself at that point, so it's a bit of a pain in the ass that I had to do that, but just for the sake of the Let's Play and getting some traction going, it at least ended up being a little bit better towards the end. Yeah. I'm just looking for what was the next one after that. I know we had some other stuff, because we had a varied year from what I remember. Alright, we've got some stuff here. Next up, we had Kirby's Dream Land. I've had that in the backlog for quite a while, actually. It went okay. I'm not a Kirby guy. I've played the original a few times though, and then one day I just decided to sit down and play Kirby. I enjoyed the Let's Play. It was a very short one. It was only 2 parts. It was pretty fun. It was pretty easy. Will I do more Kirby in the future? Maybe. It's not a guarantee. I'm not promising anything. But I'm also not saying no. If you enjoyed Kirby, then maybe go check out the Let's Play. If you don't, then yeah, well, there's plenty of other things you can go check out on the channel anyway. Next up we have Sonic Advance 2. I actually had Opar with me for the entirety of this Let's Play as well. It was post-commentary, but he joined me anyway. I think it was post-commentary, I can't remember. This one was okay in terms of gameplay. The issue is we had some audio issues. And I believe I was ill, and I believe Opie was dealing with some personal stuff as well. So our commentary was kind of lacking here and there, but it wasn't a fantastic Let's Play. I definitely do feel it's one of my weaker ones this year altogether. I think there were some issues with the audio as well, just altogether, if I recall. I can't actually remember. But it wasn't a terrible Let's Play. And I believe we did finish the entire thing from beginning to end, which is always good. Will we be doing Sonic Advance 3? I've never actually even... actually, that's a lot. I have touched the game, but I haven't played it in a very long time, and I've never beaten it. So, and it's a very different game to Sonic Advance 1 and 2 in terms of its team-up mechanic. If I get around to Sonic Advance 3, it's probably going to be in the far future. There's definitely a lot of other Sonic games to play before that. Anyway, let's move on to our next game. Now, I actually haven't got it up here, but I know I did it this year. Let's talk about Super Mario Land, which actually might be the last game. I've actually just seen it. And it is, in fact, our last game for the year, so yeah, I can stop going every few seconds. Super Mario Land. This one is... out of the ones I've got on the backlog that was a short Let's Play, this is probably the one I've had the longest. Nova actually joined me for this session. It was... well, he was in the call, and we hung out, and I was doing the Let's Play. You know how I do things. I just did this one on a bit of a whim, to be honest. I think we had been practicing for a race or something like that. I can't remember. I felt... Joe, I haven't done a Mario game in years, since Super Mario Bros. 3. I'm just going to play through Super Mario Land, see how it goes. And to be fair, it went okay. Like, my gameplay is not fantastic. I'm not the biggest Mario guy on the planet, you guys know that. But I genuinely do feel this went pretty well. And hopefully, by the end of it, you weren't pulling your hair out or anything, because oh my god, how terrible this is Turbo. But yeah, I do feel that it went okay, and I have definitely enjoyed it. I don't know if I'll be doing another Mario game anytime soon. Not necessarily because I've got anything against it. I just don't feel like it's going to be anything I can really plan for yet. I definitely want to do more at some point, but I can't promise when or if it's going to happen at any point. I kind of want to do like is it Galaxy? No, it's not Galaxy. I've never even played Galaxy. It's Odyssey. I've played through Odyssey. I really enjoy Odyssey, actually. I wouldn't mind doing Super Mario Land 2, because I actually have more experience with that one than I did the first game. But that's all Mario stuff for future reference, and I haven't actually recorded anything more Mario yet, so there you go. But yeah, that is pretty much the entirety of the last 12 months on the channel. Obviously, there's been a few changes here and there with other stuff as well, with the streams and stuff, but I'll get more into that at the end of the video. Anyway, guys, welcome back if you decide to skip to spoiler territory, because we're going to be talking about the next 12 months over the course of next year. If you have been watching so far all the way through, thank you very much. Especially to me rambling on and being very, very unprofessional. We've been going almost 40 minutes and we still have quite a long way to go. But you know what? Fuck it. It's the 10th year anniversary. If we go over an hour, we go over an hour. Alright, so what is our next? So one thing I do want to talk about real quick before we actually even discuss the videos. There's going to be a change in schedule. 10th year anniversary. I'm going to be perfectly honest here, guys. The original intention for the 10th year anniversary was going to be one video every day for a year. That was the plan. That was what I had in place. That was what I had in mind. And it went to pot. I had enough videos for it, but trying to make it work in terms of thumbnails, in terms of scheduling, in terms of playlists and everything. It was turned into a logistics nightmare for me. And I scrapped the entire plan and I said, screw it. I can probably do something else. What else can I do? So I decided to go back to basics. Now, I talked about this earlier in the first section of the video. My original year on YouTube, in fact, my original first couple of years on YouTube, it was a video every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday. I did 3 videos a week for about 3 years. Maybe 4, I can't remember. In fact, I think it was 3. And I decided, you know what, for the 10th year anniversary, that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday. Obviously, also every Sunday if you want to include 14, which I'll get more into in a moment. So not only are you getting my normal Sunday upload with Final Fantasy 14, you're going to get one video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the next 12 months. Probably won't continue on for a year afterwards, but we're going back to the channel's original schedule date for this year, and hopefully you'll enjoy some of the stuff we have to come. And let's just get straight into spoiler territory. Obviously, we're going to talk first and foremost about the videos and the Let's Plays that are going to be continuations of the previous years. So let's jump straight into Fable 2, because I need to say this right now. There is only one more part of Fable 2. In fact, it's going to be the very next video you guys see. I believe it's going to be... let me check it. Yep, it's going to be... Oh, is it? No. It's not going to be the very next video you guys see, but this is going to be coming up on Monday, I believe. The final part of Fable 2, it's been a while. This Let's Play's been going on a long time. We're just going to show off the last part of the last piece of DLC for the game. And then the Let's Play comes to an end. It's a shame I couldn't fit this into the schedule last year, but I had such a fucking hard time with the schedule over the course of the last few years that honestly it kind of got lost in the shuffle. It's alright, it's just one video, and yeah, Let's Play is coming to an end very, very shortly, in fact as soon as next week. Final Fantasy 14, here we go. So here's the big deal. We are almost close. We're not almost there, but we are going to be finishing over the course of the next 12 months. Heavensward will be coming to an end, and we will be storming straight into Stormblood. Good and ready. Everything's good and golden. You're going to be seeing some new avatar stuff. You're going to be seeing some new gameplay styles. You're going to, well, not from me, but from Nova. You'll also be seeing Sam returning here and there as well through Heavensward and Stormblood. You're going to be seeing me falling in love with Stormblood, despite a lot of people saying it was terrible. I can't wait for you guys to see this. I have genuinely loved Stormblood. I would say, in fact, it was probably my favorite. You know, it was probably my favorite piece of thing from Final Fantasy 14. I'd have to play through the earlier section again. I loved it so much. I'm going to give you guys a little spoiler alert here from where we are. We are currently about, I'd say, 5% of the way into Shadowbringers. Because we went on a long hiatus. There was a point where we didn't record anything for nearly a year and a half. I just couldn't do anything. I didn't have the money, I didn't have the time, and I didn't have the mentality or the wellness to do it. But we recorded a bunch of stuff recently, and we finished off Stormblood and went into Shadowbringers then. But over the course of the next year, you'll be going straight through the rest of Heavensward, and we will be seeing the first half, at the very least, of Stormblood. So I hope you guys really, really look forward to that. And it should be a lot of fun. So what else are we continuing on over the course of the next 12 months? Okay, yes, I do remember now. We have Mass Effect 2 will be continuing on. Also, I should have said this earlier, actually, I apologize. The schedule, if I'm not mistaken, and I do apologize if I do get this really, really badly messed up. So let me just check something real fast here. So, if I'm not mistaken, November the 13th, which is Fable 2's final part, will be a Monday. Alright, so here's how things work over the course of the next 12 months. I should have said this earlier. Mondays and Friday, well, Mondays specifically are going to be designed with long Let's Plays in mind. Like, we're talking 30 plus parts. I believe Fridays are going to be very much the same as well. Anything that's about 20 to 30 parts over around there, 20 parts usually on average, I think. So the long Let's Plays are not quite as long. I think that's how it's going to go. Wednesdays are going to be for the shorter Let's Plays, those that are on the 20 parts. So if a shorter Let's Play is what you're looking for, then Wednesday is going to be your day. So I apologize for that. I just had to really go over it because I completely forgot to mention it earlier. But that's on me. But yeah, we're not going to be seeing as much of Mass Effect this year. Obviously, we're going to get, I think, probably at least 20 parts here or there. We're constantly making our way through the game. The Let's Play is not going to be finishing this year. I can promise you that right now. We've got so much to do with Mass Effect. It's almost stupid how much Mass Effect there is still to do for 2. The time I'm recording this, I haven't even started the Mass Effect 3. I have recently started playing the game again for the Quest of Woody series, but that's the closest I've gotten to it. I do hope before I ever stop Let's Playing that I do finish off the trilogy at the very least. I've absolutely loved doing Mass Effect 1 and 2. I don't like 3 as much, but I'm willing to at least see it through the end, hopefully. If nothing else. But yeah, Mass Effect 2 continuing on for the next year, and hopefully you guys enjoy it, but we'll see what happens, shall we? Alright, I'm just having a quick look here, guys, so please bear with me for a moment. I'm pretty sure that have we covered every ongoing Let's Play? Do you know what? I think we might have. Let me just double check. I'm not seeing anything else. So it does look like the last part of Fable 2, Mass Effect 2, and of course 14, but obviously 14, is everything. I'm just going to check one more page. If there's nothing continuing there, then we're probably not continuing on. I'm not seeing anything, boys and girls. Sorry, I forgot to check the page. Give me 1 second here. And yes, I believe that is it. So yeah, we are not continuing on with anything else. The Let's Plays are, at this point, a lot of the big Let's Plays are finished. Obviously we finished Fable 2, so that's good. Assassin's Creed finished off at the end of the year as well, so that's also good. So yeah, let's discuss the new things, shall we? And this is where the spoiler territory really goes into spoiler territory. So if you don't want to know what's coming up for the next 12 months that's brand new, this is where you end the video, or you go to the last section of the video. But if you do, or you do want to know, or you just simply don't care, let's talk. Oh wait, I actually did forget a couple things, didn't I? Back to the Future of the game. We've got episode 4 coming up. That'll be covering, like I said, episode 4 Double Vision. The Let's Play, I think, the game actually only has 5 episodes. I don't think episode 6 is scheduled for this year. I know episode 4 definitely is. Also, Lego Star Wars as well. That Let's Play will continue on over the course of the next year. I'm just going to double check to see if it's all the game or just some of the game. So what do we actually have scheduled? So yeah, we have episode 3 scheduled for the next year as well, at the very least. I don't really have a whole lot to say there. Episode 3, I believe, is one of the shorter episodes, just because I actually find it to be quite easy. I actually do enjoy episode 3 as well on a personal level. It's probably my favorite film in the franchise, maybe episode 5. I'm not a massive Star Wars guy, as I've said, but yeah, So yeah, those are 2 more that are definitely continuing on. Back to the Future and Lego Star Wars. There you go. That's all you really need to know, isn't it? So, with that being said, let's get to our very first brand new game. It's one that I've actually had in the backlog for so long. It took such a long time to finish recording. It took such a long time to put together, and it's been in the backlog for so long. It's ridiculous at this point. This game is going to be Castlevania Symphony of the Night. So this is going to be starting up, I believe, on November the 17th. The Let's Play is around 20-21 parts or something like that. It's not 100%, but I do showcase the best ending. I actually really do like this game. I don't actually know why I had such a nightmare recording this. I know at one point I had recorded it like 3 times. In fact, I think the only Let's Play that's taken more attempts at recording than this is one that I'm not going to spoil right now because it hasn't finished yet. But this is probably the one that's taken the second most attempts. I was recording this probably up to 4 or 5 years ago when I started attempts, and then I finished it about 2-3 years back. And that's when I finished it, by the way. That's not when I started it. So, the Let's Play went pretty well from what I remember. It wasn't fantastic. I was just kind of glad to finally finish it. And it's nice to finally get another Castlevania game on the channel. It's been such a long time since the previous ones, because I did 1 and I did 3 and Super Castlevania, but I haven't touched any other Castlevanias since then for the channel. I might in the future do Castlevania 2 or something. We'll see how things go. I don't know. I'm not promising anything again. I'm just saying I might do. But it is what it is when it comes to stuff like that. You never know. Actually, before that, and I can't believe I accidentally skipped this, we're starting Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. Now, I'm going to approach this very much in the same core that I am with Back to the Future and Lego Star Wars. I'm going to do one story section per year or so. For instance, over the course of the next 12 months, what we're going to be tackling is the Duelist Kingdom arc, which is the first arc of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc. By the way, I'm probably only going to be doing Yu-Gi-Oh! I might do GX, but I simply don't know how to play the game after GX. Like 5Ds, Excel, and all that shit. I don't know how to play once you start getting into like synchros and all that jazz. I don't know the game. I'm definitely going to be doing all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc though, and then like I said, maybe the GX arc as well, we'll see. But over the course of the next 12 months, you'll be seeing me play through Yugi's story as he attempts to get his grandfather's soul back from Pegasus. It's a fun little game, I enjoy it, but I actually do think there's a better Yu-Gi-Oh! Game out there, which I'll probably get to Let's Play in the future. I have actually started recording for it, but I've just not got very far into it. And that's probably going to be a long way off. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist is going to be starting on November the 15th. So that'll be starting 2 days before Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I apologize, I did accidentally skip over the fucking thing. But it can't be helped. November the 24th will arrive, as will Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights. This is kind of what I consider to be like the cutoff of my childhood games. Like the early PS2 games I played. This was being right on the cusp of me either being a teenager or just becoming a teenager. I was still very much a Scooby-Doo fan. To be fair, I still am a Scooby-Doo fan. Night of 100 Fright, it's very much a 3D style. I don't want to use Metroidvania, but it kind of is like that Metroidvania platformer type of game. The Let's Play went pretty well for the most part. I had a lot of fun with it. I had a few issues towards the end, specifically with trying to get to the final boss, I think. It's not a particularly long Let's Play, I think about 20 parts again, thereabouts. A lot of fun. It's not 100% or anything like that. But I hope you guys enjoy it, and yeah, enjoy one of the last games from what I classify as my childhood period. Well, let's move on to other games, shall we? Just a few days after that, on November the 29th, back to my childhood yet again, for Taz-Mania for the Super Nintendo, I'd like to stress. This game is very different from the one you might be more familiar with on the Mega Drive / Genesis, which is more of a basic platform. And this is an interesting one because it uses very much, I think, like the Mode 7 of the I think it's Mode 7 anyway of the Super Nintendo. Your job here is to collect kiwis and stuff, or the road runs. I'm not entirely sure what they're supposed to be. I had this game as a kid. It was in my Super Nintendo collection. I never beat it as a kid. It did take me many attempts with the Let's Play. In fact, this was a post-recorded... post-recording... Is it post-record? No, post-commentary recording. I feel it went okay. It could have gone better, but it wasn't terrible. It was nice just to knock out another game from my childhood, though, which is something I always enjoy doing greatly. It's not a long Let's Play. I think it's about 6 parts. It's not been in the backlog for too long. I think like 2 years, which might sound like a long time to a lot of people, but for me it wasn't that long ago. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And like I say, November the 29th. December the 4th rolls around, and we do start another longer Let's Play. We are going to be starting Assassin's Creed 2. What a shocker. Yeah, I really do enjoy this Let's Play. It's I don't remember it being specifically good. In fact, I actually had a few issues here because I had an issue with a recording session, and then I accidentally lost. I think I had to format my Xbox One. I should point out it was done on the Ezio collection, which is the Xbox One, and I had to format my Xbox, and I think I lost the save file for this. So I had to redo everything. There's going to be unlisted video. There's going to be 1 or 2 unlisted videos for this for either grind sessions or the part where I ended up having to play through the entire game again. So I recorded myself playing through the entire game again, but I put it on a unlisted video. So that is all going to be in parts and stuff for you to watch. I believe it's not going to be a full Let's Play though for the year. You're going to see part of it. You're not going to see all. Excuse me. You're not going to see all of it. I hope you guys enjoy it though. Am I going to do the entire Assassin's Creed video game franchise? There's a lot of games, and chances are I'm not going to still be doing this by the time we get to the later games. But I can promise you right now we do have quite a lot of Assassin's Creed still recorded that's not going to be shown for a while. I'll put it that way. It could go either way, but let's see. But like I said, hope you enjoy it when it comes out. December 15th. Getting close to Christmas, and a Christmas present nobody wanted. We're going to be starting our Let's Play of Shadow the Hedgehog. It's going to be one of our Sonic Let's Plays for the channel. Yes, I said one of our Sonic Let's Plays for this channel this year. This was not a particularly good Let's Play, if I'm going to be honest, guys. So here's how it goes. I don't like Shadow the Hedgehog as a game. I think it's terrible. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't really want to Let's Play it. And to be honest, I kind of did it under duress just because it was a Sonic game. I didn't want to leave anything out. But what I did was I looked up online what many consider the canon playthrough. Obviously the ending's the ending. That's not going to change. But the canon playthrough changes on how you play it, but I looked at what most people consider to be the canon playthrough. So what I did was I did that playthrough, and then I believe I used I downloaded a save file with the final story unlocked, and then I played through that as well and connected them all together. So it's a very short Let's Play for what could end up being a very long Let's Play if I ever decide to go back and play through it properly. It's not a long Let's Play though. I think it's like 10-11 parts in total, but it does tell the entire story of Shadow the Hedgehog, as it is. I'm going to be honest, guys, out of everything I've done this year, I think this is probably one of the weaker Let's Plays. I'm going to be 100% honest. But like I said, I didn't really want to play the game, and looking back, I kind of wish I hadn't done. But it is what it is. Shadow the Hedgehog, though, will begin December 15th, and for what it's worth, I hope you guys enjoy it. So, here we go. Another Let's Play, and it's going to be another meaty one. This one, I believe, has actually been in my backlog almost as long as... Well, not as long as Castlevania Symphony of the Night, but it's been in there a while. Boys and girls, taking over Fable 2, we are going to be starting Xenoblade Chronicles. We're going to be doing the Definitive Edition, just a heads up. To be fair, I've been hoping and wanting to do Xenoblade Chronicles for years now. The problem was I didn't have any way to really record it. I had the Wii version. I didn't really have a way to record off my Wii. That sounded weird. And I didn't really... Every time I tried to use an emulator, like Dolphin or something for the for Wii games, it generally tended to crash. I might be able to get a bit of usage out of it before, it just crashed on me. And then thankfully the Definitive Edition came out on the Switch, and I was able to record that. a few issues here and there. For some reason, I was having audio problems a decent amount of the Let's Play, mainly with my microphone and stuff. The gameplay itself was fine. I did play on the easiest setting, just to clarify. I don't really want to admit that, but I did. I have beaten the game on the normal standard difficulty before on the 3DS, but that was years ago. The Let's Play was fine for the most part. There was definitely some boring parts here and there, which I'm not really too fussed about. I did some grinding sessions, which will be, I think, in unlisted videos. If anybody wants to watch those, you'll see them in the certain parts that they're in and connected to. But yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles is starting late December. Hope you guys enjoy it. And it's going to be a meaty one. It's going to be a multi-year one, that one, because it's a fairly long Let's Play. But it's long, but I'm going to be honest here, guys. Wasn't as long as I was expecting it to be. For some reason, I remember the game being a lot longer than this. But you're not going to see it this year. Like I say, it's going to be multi-year. Moving on. March 13th, 2024. So yeah, we got a while before this one pops up. Boys and girls, it's time to morph. As we go and play Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, for the Sega Genesis / Mega Drive. It's been a very long time since my last Power Rangers game. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, the last Power Rangers game was my first year with the fighting game for the Mega Drive. On a whim, I just decided to boot this game up one day to play through it, and I found it was quite easy, very enjoyable actually, as well. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to do a Let's Play this, and it was an easy Let's Play, it was an easy playthrough. I think I did manage to showcase all the Rangers. I might have accidentally missed one here or there, I can't remember. Some fantastic music. The game went pretty well. The Let's Play was pretty decent as well, nothing fantastic. I'm not great at beat 'em ups, but it's a pretty easy game anyway, so even idiots like me can enjoy this one. It's a short Let's Play, like I said, I think 3-4 parts or something like that, and yeah, hope you enjoyed. Moving on to April 10th, we have yet another short Let's Play as we play through WWF SmackDown Just Bring It, the third of the SmackDown games and the first one to PlayStation 2. I don't like this game. I'm going to be honest, out of all the wrestling games I've ever played, this is probably up there among the worst. I'll be honest, the only reason I did it is because I intend to play for the story mode of all of the SmackDown games. The thing is, the story mode is, unless you're going for different titles, the story mode is very, very quick. In fact, all of them don't last for very long at all. And in fact, this Let's Play is only 3 parts. The first SmackDown game on the PS2, obviously, they probably didn't know what they were working with in terms of technology and what they could implement, and they probably wanted to knock something out on the system pretty early. I probably could have showcased more of this. I probably could have showcased the fact that you could do 6-man matches at a time where that wasn't possible. I believe, like the Rumbles and stuff, I could have probably done something with that, but I just played through story mode, going for the WWF Championship, and I'm moving on because I basically want to get to Know Your Role. Was it Know Your Role? The one after. No, it wasn't Know Your Role. That was the second one, was it? What was the one after that? Oh, WWF Shut Your Mouth on the PS2, because that was one of my favorite wrestling games, and the story mode is a lot longer and a lot better there. So that isn't even like being recorded or anything yet, but I did want to move on from Just Bring It just so I could get this. Plus, obviously, some more wrestling stuff. And I'm gonna be honest, guys, I'm a little bit apprehensive about this Let's Play because the biggest issue I've had on my channel with copyright claims has been WWF and WWE. They do not like their music being used very often, so it can prove to be a bit of a problem. Hopefully this won't be a big problem just because it's such an old Let's Play, an old game and stuff. But we'll see how it goes, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. But if you don't worry, it's not going to be a long Let's Play. In fact, it's probably going to be the shortest one this year. June 12th arrives, and with it also arrives our 100th Let's Play, as we play through Sonic the Hedgehog. But no, not the original. Nope, it's time for Sonic 06. Oh boy, this was an interesting one. This took about a year to record, just because recording sessions were a bit loopy. This was half live, half post commentary. Just a quick heads up, Opie did join me for the entirety of this Let's Play. We also had some I believe we had a one or two one or two special guests along the way as well. I know for a fact Paris joined us. I can't remember if anybody else did. It was an okay Let's Play. That's the best I can put it. It's the problem was playing live. We had some audio issues, and then playing post commentary, there was some issues with the whole me having the illness and Opie having too much in his life thing. There was some lapses in audio and stuff, and went pretty quiet and stuff. Just because we weren't in the most conversation. Nothing wrong with me and him. I still love the guy. He's my friend and all that, but it was probably not good times for us to be recording and stuff. But it was one of those things where it had to be recorded and I needed it to be done. It's not the best Let's Play. I don't think it's the worst. There's actually some fun. You do see us riffing on the game a lot and just hanging out and having a laugh here and there. It's just some parts are a bit better than others is all. It's going to be a fairly long Let's Play, not overly long. You're only going to see a couple parts this year. I am splitting this one up. You'll see probably more the year afterwards, guys. But we're going to be starting this on June 12th. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. But like I say, if you don't, I can understand. It is one of those things when it comes to games like Sonic 06. But it is tradition for me. If I'm doing a Let's Play, and it's hitting like a number, like the first Let's Play I ever did was Sonic 1. The 50th was Sonic Adventure 2. And obviously now with my 100th, it's Sonic 06. So there you go. The next big milestone probably 150. And to be honest, I have no idea what I'm going to do for that. But we'll move on, shall we? It's time for us to hit August the 14th of 2024. And yet another game from my childhood as we boot up Micro Machines once again for the Mega Drive / Genesis. I'm going to be honest, I don't know why I decided to do this. I've never actually beat the game as a child. I did get close, but I never actually managed to fully complete it. The game isn't hard apart from the sports car stages, which are a pain in the ass. Just because of how the car is handled and there's so many places you can drop. But it's one of those things where I played it during my youth and stuff, so I wanted to make sure I played it for the channel and all that good jazz. I did enjoy the Let's Play for the most part, but like I said, it was post-commentary for a reason. If it hadn't been for those goddamn sports car sections, I probably would have done this live, but just because of those, I had to do it post-commentary. And I believe, boys and girls, that is it for the course of the next 12 months. We have covered everything that is happening in the course of the last 12 months, and we've covered what you guys are going to get over the course of the next 12 months. Once again, reminder that channel is changing its schedule. It's not just going to be some of the uploads. On top of those, you also have a video every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday, and that is going to go on for the course of the next 12 months. I'll probably tone it down the year after. We might just go back to 3 again instead of 4, or maybe even just 2, but we'll see how things go. But yeah, there's a lot of new stuff coming up, guys. A lot of the older Let's Plays have finished up, or at least getting close to finishing up at this point, and we're going to be starting a lot of new adventures, a lot of new journeys, a lot of new Let's Plays. Obviously, we still have Final Fantasy XIV, Mass Effect 2, and all that good stuff to keep us trucking along for the time being. But I hope you guys enjoy something over the course of the next year at the very least. We've been going well over an hour at this point, guys, so I'm going to try and quickly go through this no more than 15 minutes. I apologize for the length of this fucking video. I was not expecting to talk this long. My mouth is actually starting to dry out and my jaw is starting to get tired. So, the next 12 months is all covered. As for other stuff on my channel, Quest for Booty is still going well. My Xbox is my primary goal here. I am currently on my way to 50,000 achievement points. I'm still a long way off, but we have finally hit 25k this year. So I am hoping sometime in the next year or two we will hit 50k, maybe longer than that, you never know. But I'm also going to be playing a little bit more PlayStation. I have retro achievements back up as well. I have got something going with PC as well, but that is a little bit on the books at the moment. We'll see how things go. But yeah, Quest of Booty sessions are going pretty well. As for live streaming itself, commentary streams are a lot less than they used to be. I just don't have the drive to do commentary streams as often anymore. I don't mind doing one every now and then, but they're not nearly as fun. as I used to enjoy them. Mainly because I used to hang out with the guys with them, and they used to be a blast. On my own, they're not quite as fun. You'll still get plenty of Dead by Daylight and shit though, even if it's not with commentary. Obviously, I did the Pokemon Pokedex challenge. I finally completed a Pokedex in Pokemon. Was it Red or Blue? I think it was Red. I did everything I could get in the game legitimately. I got it legitimately. And obviously, everything I couldn't get legitimately, I had to code in with cheat codes and stuff. I did manage to get everything I could legitimately though, which is what I'm proud of. Currently at the time of recording this, I am making my way through Crystal with the exact same rule set. We're getting 251 Pokemon, and it's been interesting so far, we'll put it that way. As for other streaming stuff, I think that's about it, to be fair. We haven't really done a whole lot. Obviously, I've also been streaming the races nowadays. If I'm doing a race with SLPH or whoever, then I am usually I'm usually streaming it as well. So those have been interesting to watch. Obviously, you guys get to watch the final product a lot of the time on SLPH, but when it comes to the solo perspective, obviously you've got also my video to watch if you choose to do so. So it's always there. I have hit nearly 60 at the time of recording this. I've almost hit 60 Twitch followers, which is nice. Didn't think I'd get that many. There's a time being where I was stuck between 20 and 40 forever, but that's been fun to see some numbers come in for that. YouTube's still knocking around the home 150. You know, it is what it is. I'm not expecting to ever reach 200. If I do, great. If I don't, it is what it is. Other channels, like I said, LPA is dead. All but dead. Press Circle of Pain is long since dead. Cyber Sports Center is still going pretty well. I have basically changed quite a few things. Just because the schedule was killing me with how much I had to record and edit. I've got rid of like everything I wasn't particularly interested in. So basketball, American football, ice hockey, and all that's gone. The FIFA FA Cup thing that I was doing at the time, that's gone as well. So at the current time I'm recording this, I am focusing on two things. I'm doing the FIFA World Cup series still. If I'm not mistaken, by the time this video goes up, the third World Cup, as in FIFA. So I've done FIFA International Soccer, FIFA 95, and the current one going up is FIFA 96. That's currently live. But here's the thing. Is it? FIFA 95? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So FIFA 96 is currently the FIFA World Cup series going up. I've also recorded the fourth one to completion as well, and I'm currently in the midst of the fifth, which is going to be my biggest project on that channel by bar none, just because there's so many fucking teams in FIFA 98. It's stupid. But I'm currently recording those. The wrestling's the main audience grabber, because here's the thing: those videos actually the wrestling videos get quite a lot of views. A stupid amount compared to my Let's Play channel. I don't have as many subscribers on the CSC, but I do have a lot more viewers. But yeah, that's going well at the time of recording this. We're still on the last year before WCW videos hit the shelf. Spoiler alert, yes, WCW will finally be hitting, so the schedule will be changing a little bit there, probably next spring, I guess. Whenever WrestleMania 4 or 5 finishes, I can't remember which WrestleMania it is, that'll be changed as well. But yeah, at the moment the channel is focusing primarily on wrestling and the FIFA World Cup series. If you're not any interest in those, then you'll probably not want to watch the channel. It's all simulated, by the way. I don't, apart from editing the videos down to make them watchable, like a weekly series, then it's all simulated. The console, the emulator, whatever, the game itself will always determine who's going to win, who's going to lose, and all that stuff. But if you're all interested in that, go check out the Cyber Sports Center. It'll be linked to my channel. It'll be under Friends Affiliates or other channels or something like that, I'm not sure. But it's there if you want to go and watch it. Other than that, I'm not going to say I hope my health gets better over the course of next year, because I said that last year and it didn't happen. If things continue on as they are, I may have to start rationing out the videos after this year a little bit more. which would be a pain in the ass, but if it gave me a bit of a chance to get healthier again, then hopefully that'll work. As I say, I have actually lost a little bit of weight over the course of the last few months. I've cut out like energy drinks and stuff. I've not been eating nearly as much. I barely touch junk food anymore. I would love to exercise, but unfortunately I do get really bad joint pain, and I think I have fibromyalgia. And I definitely think I'm also capturing rheumatoid arthritis as well, because I went on the exercise bike recently and I spent the next 3 or 4 days in agony and on my right knee, which is a pretty weak leg, and it was horrendous. Like I said, I can diet, I can cut down on everything, but unfortunately that exercise part is killing me a little bit, and unfortunately I can't do it as much as I used to. There was a point in my life where I used to exercise hours upon hours a day, daily, and God, those days are behind me. God fucking damn it. But yeah, I'm going to be focusing a little bit more on my health over the course of the next year. I'm not going to say I'm not going to record anything. In fact, this week I'm recording this. I am planning to record a decent amount this week. I want to get at least 6 hours worth of footage done. Be nice. I don't know if it'll be possible. It depends on how I'm going to be, because I've only got like tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday to record. Because obviously Saturday I've got the race, so yeah, there we go. So it's not that I'm not going to be recording stuff. I'm just going to be focusing a little bit more on my health over the course of next year. But for the channel, you guys won't even realize that anything's changed. Like I say, you're going to have so much to watch if you were all interested in anything I do. Like I say, you'll have videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and of course your normal Sunday Final Fantasy XIV part. That Let's Play is also going to be going on for a while, because they've just fucking announced a new expansion pack, haven't they? Fuck, boys. We were more than halfway there, and now we've just fucking... Oh, I don't know. I'm just so fucking... I'm surprised I can get on with that, but that's neither here nor there. You can listen to me and Nova rant during the Let's Play itself at some point when those parts go live. I'm going to stop here, guys, because it's already been nearly an hour 20. Once again, thank you for going through with this with me. Usually these don't go more than like 30 to 45 minutes. This one's gone a lot longer, but like it's the 10th year anniversary, it's understandable. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoy something on the channel. If you've been watching my stuff at all, thank you so much. I can't ever, tell you. I'm not going to say, oh, that means the world to me. So it does mean something to me, as I'm sure you guys enjoy it. And I do like to know that there's somebody out there that does enjoy my stuff. I know there's some people out there that do enjoy my stuff. I do occasionally have regulars in my Twitch chat and stuff. It's nice to have a few people that actually enjoy what I do. Because here's the thing, guys. I've always said I'm a mediocre at best YouTube channel. And I do mean that in the strictest sense. I would consider myself definitely on the lower end of the scale in terms of quality. And I've always said that you should always show everything, warts and all, when it comes to this type of stuff. So it's just the way I do it. I know that's not what everybody's cup of tea and all that, but that's just the way I like to do it. I don't want perfection, because I'm not a perfect person, and quite honestly put, this would become too much like work if I was trying to aim for perfection all the time. I'd like to just showcase what I can showcase, and if people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. And you know what? That is actually a little bit of advice I'd give to anybody who wants to start Let's Playing. Don't focus on trying to build a massive fan base. If you are not enjoying what you're doing, if you do not enjoy making Let's Plays, if you don't just enjoy the idea of playing through a game and talking, or you just don't enjoy the idea of doing something with video games related or whatever, you're not going to enjoy this. Do not do this for the fucking subscriber count. For the love of God, do not do that, because it will never work out in your favor. You'll be very lucky to actually get anywhere, and it will make you miserable if those numbers aren't going up. Because that's how I was for the first year or so. I was, especially with the LPA and stuff, it depressed me that we weren't getting views on what I felt was a really good like collab channel, and it was upsetting that nobody subscribed to me at first. But you just sort of learn to fucking deal with it, and as long as you're still enjoying what you're doing from a creative standpoint, then go right ahead and just have fun with it, boys and girls. It is what it is. 10 years, and hopefully there'll be 10 more. never know what happens. Life can throw a lot of curveballs at you, but hopefully, guys, I will see you in 10 years' time. I will almost certainly hope to see you at least for the 11th year anniversary retrospective next year. Enjoy what's coming up over the course of the next 12 months, and thank you once again to everybody who's ever followed me on Twitch, subscribed to me on YouTube, who's ever spoken to me, who's ever invited me to Discord calls or invited me to projects, to all my friends through the race groups, to my really close friends like Nova and Opie and Thunder and Wiz and Paris and Gold and so many people I'm probably forgetting. I apologize off the top of my head. It's late. It's nearly 5 to 3 in the morning. I need to go to bed soon. Just massive thank you. And yeah, I say this last 10 years haven't been great, but things would have been a lot worse had it not been for this channel. And for me to have a creative output and a way to connect with some people. I do say, I'm not trying to sound fucking cheesy or whatever, but that is how I feel. Everything could have been a lot worse had it not been for this channel for me. So thank you very much one last time, and until next time, boys and girls, sayonara.